So let's try this again. Is this how you YouTube? Trying to be funny. Haha, so funny. It's been a while. I'm sorry guys. Apparently YouTube videos are very hard to make. Who knew? Well, obviously I knew it'd be hard, but it just, especially if you have like an art channel, I really compliment you guys who have an art YouTube channel because it makes your creative process so much more complicated, and like I really just wanted to focus on my art this year and that has happened, so I'm very happy with that. But I asked you guys on Instagram, and if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, by the way, please follow me there because I'm very active there. Like I post a few times a week, so if you like my artwork, that's the best way to stay in touch with me. I'll put the link here, or a screenshot, or just my name. It's Lisbeth Tatiana, which is my full name. So I'd love it if you follow me there. But on my stories, I asked you guys if you wanted to see a sketchbook tour of my most recently completed sketchbook. Now, I completed this one a while ago. It was in January. Let's have a little look. Yeah, 13th of January is when I filled this one up, and I've already like started working on a new one, but I never finished the video. And I asked you guys if you still wanted to see it, and you guys said yes. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, to start off with this one, I actually bought this Moleskine because I wanted to use it for like a visual study book to like learn different things and maybe to draw the things I was learning, but I ended up not wanting to do that anymore, so I kind of painted over the pages. So this is a painting I made of my friend Michelle, who, there's a YouTube video of that one on here as well, just using basic shapes to get the proportions right, and I think this was really nice. And this is some crazy goldfish. I never really finished this one, it was more of a study anyway. Here, this one, you can't really see it very well, maybe I'll insert a picture here, was from the lighting course, like Fundamentals of Lighting of Schoolism, which was the part on clouds and how like the light goes through it and stuff, and surface scattering, blah blah blah. So this one turned out pretty cool. This was an attempt at Jamie Lannister that I also never finished because I couldn't get his golden hand right. You know, it doesn't always have to be pretty. And this one was a picture of birch trees. I took this picture in a nature walk, and then here you can see like the gesso over the text that I never really filled in. Let's just start at the drawings. Okay, so here it starts with the drawing of an idea I had for a painting. I think it was kind of like the summer solstice related, and I wanted a lady like laying in the water with her hair like all flowy, and her dress being all flowy and lots of like seaweed and coral around her, but I guess I never ended up painting it. And now looking at it, I'm like, oh, it kind of is still a cool idea. Well, at the time I was like, ah, this isn't working. So you can see I always work in like thumbnails, like I'll paint a little piece of paper on piece of paper to composition, right? So that's and here's some other, like, you can always see that I'm still trying to study my anatomy because I'm still pretty sucky at it. Here, yeah, same thing, like probably watching some YouTube videos on how to get proportions right. It's a forever quest for me, I guess. Some crazy pose that would never work in real life. But I think I was like trying to focus on character design a bit more, and I was just drawing some random anatomy and turning it into character, I guess. And this, I think I was playing The Last of Us, and I kind of got an idea for an original character that would be in that world that would kind of look like me. I was just fangirling a lot, and I thought I'd draw her, so it's kind of me in a way, I guess. And yeah, it's pretty cool. What else? Oh, more anatomy things. I think with this one, I just grabbed an anatomy book and was starting to like draw from it. Sometimes when I'm like not very inspired to draw anything, I'll just grab a random book and just study what's in the book and draw it, and you learn a lot from that. You know, it's not like, I don't see it as copying, but it's just studying the proportions and how it's drawn, and you learn a lot from that. Maybe just some, I don't even really remember a lot of this stuff, I don't know. Oh yeah, and this is, one of my favorite artists is J.C. Leyendecker, and like I said, when I'm not feeling very inspired, I just open an art book and I'll like draw the proportions of the figures that he's drawing, and then I make it into my own thing. So if you would know the artwork you you would recognize it, but because I turned it into my own character and my own setting, like it turns into a whole new thing, and I basically learned about anatomy, so that's what I try. And I also try to write down like, what do I love about Leyendecker, apparently, and then I'm like, oh, like his angular shapes and effortless folds, and just trying to remember those things and maybe apply it in my art where it's necessary, you know, and that I can make it into my own thing. And here I think I was trying to design an outfit for like a fantasy fair that I would wear. I actually made the skirt, turned out pretty cool. More anatomy, what's new. Oh, here just trying to draw some characters, like a hobbit lady, I think. Yeah, pretty cool. And right here I was trying to draw more fantasy related things. So it kind of looks like Azora from Legend of Zelda, but I don't think that was my purpose. Here's like a mermaid. I think this was just a random doodle. I am really bad at drawing faces angled from the bottom, so let's not look at that anymore. More mermaids. Just trying to get proportions. Like, proportions in anatomy are the bane of my existence. Like, I don't know how, like, no matter how much I draw, it always stays hard, and especially when I don't draw for a while, it just gets even worse. But I mean, now it looks fine, but now if I would try to draw this, I'd be failing. So this was like a little nice mermaid character I drew. Here's her face from the front. I think this was like a Valkyrie or something of that line, but I kind of really like how it came out in the shading and stuff. And from here on you can really see that I got the hang of drawing again. Here, Wolfman and Boy. Also some thumbnails of ideas for drawings. Here also some more random doodling, just trying to get my creative juices flowing more. Oh, this was really cool. This was after Castle Fest. I saw this very cool band called Heilung, and there was the singer was like dressed really cool and mysteriously, and I wanted to draw her just to immortalize that experience, even though it's pretty crappy. More random doodles. I think these were also like studies of J.C. Leyendecker, just like trying to understand his facial structure and stuff, and just like giving them elf ears and fantasy medieval clothes, and I'm like, okay. Like I said, these are just studies, like these are not to be published or anything, it's just pure learning, and I've been doing that a lot more lately, and just being more relaxed about the drawing I make and not really having it to be perfect. I think here I was trying to like add some color to my sketchbook, and then I was like, ah, nope, it's ugly, so I never did that again. Trying to think of some fantasy creatures here. Very elf nymph stuff, I guess. Wolf anatomy, I think I was about to paint a wolf. Just trying to get the proportions right, just pure study. Well, yeah, I had this idea of painting Freya, the Norse goddess. Here's also a date. Oh, I finally started adding dates. I started doing that more so that I know, like, oh yeah, that's when I made it. I was thinking that maybe for like in the pagan community, people would be interested in having like a wood slice with their patron or matron deity on them, and these were just some ideas I would have for Freya. So lazy. But I had this idea for her sitting like in a chair with her cats, and here were some color palettes that I even came up with, and I used also gesso and acrylic paint for this, and I never ended up making it. Why do I do that? Like, I don't know, maybe this is more of like a Christmassy thing to work on, but I don't know, I have so many ideas that I can just grab and work on. Here, I think I tried this with gouache, and it's a failed attempt at painting Aloy. It's ugly, ugh. Some ideas for new wood slices that I came up with. I did up actually painting bees, so that's a good thing, right? I think here I was just studying some plants and idea for a unicorn. I also ended up painting that one, and that one has sold to a very lovely girl at Comic-Con. Also, Bunny Princess. I also painted this one onto a slice of wood. It came out so much nicer than the sketch. And I still have that one for sale. It's in my Etsy shop. And then here, I think the next pages I started like following some lowish tutorials. Here, like, as you can see, I have little like connotations of annotation, whatever you say it, about like what how her line work works and how things attach, and just trying to take note of what she does that I like, and yeah, just to learn, like, oh, forgive me. I hope you guys do this too, because I don't know. Let's see. Here was a part I started a course on Schoolism about like drawing human anatomy in different poses and understanding like the basic rig skeleton, the actual skeleton, the muscle attachments, and how you would see it from the outside. And I did not go further with that. I did like continue with it in my new sketchbook, but that one is nowhere near filled, so you'll have to see that, guys, in like a few months. Okay, so this was just like a random drawing. I don't like just anatomy study, I don't know, and cross-hatching and shading, I don't know. This was like a little drawing of an elf that I really liked, and I actually turned it into a painting. I'll insert image here. It's completely different, but I was inspired by this just random sketch. Here's some more, like trying to draw guys, because I never draw guys, because I like drawing ladies. What else is here? More guy drawing. Here we went to like the botanical garden to draw, but I only ended up drawing this. Like, good job. This is Kiora from Magic the Gathering. I posted on my Instagram with like Photoshop colors under it. I'll insert a photo here. It turned out okay, I guess. I don't know. And what's next? Let's have a look. See. Oh, this is October. I love it when I put the dates on. Let's see. I think this was like more character-based drawing, like just trying to think of characters. Just random doodling. Like with this sketchbook, I just found so much more joy in just doing whatever, and I don't know what, I really like the results. Here we have some birds. I was thinking of like making a Christmas card, but I never did, obviously. But I did do some Christmas themed wood slices. Oh, here's a sketch for my toadstool elf painting that I did. I'll insert it here. I really love it. It hasn't sold yet. Somewhere it's also kind of like a self-portrait, but I really like, but kind of is, I don't know. Here, like, supposed to be Jon Snow. Does it look like him? I don't know. I am not good at portraits. This is just a nice little cuddling elf lady with her ranger. It's not Aragorn and Arwen, but kind of inspired by it, I guess. It's pretty cute. I really like how the shading turned out and stuff. Like, I should, like, with these, I should just, like, scan it in and, like, put a Photoshop color over it and present it like that. Why didn't I do that? More anatomy. Drawing arms is absolutely the worst for me. I am so bad at drawing arms. I'm still struggling with it. When was this? October? And I'm still trying to, like, watch videos on how to draw arms. But I guess, like, this method with, like, the tapered in cylinders made it a little bit better. But I just don't know how to, like how the fat like distributes when you bend the arms, and how the pointiness of the elbow. It sucks so bad, but yeah. Anyway, see, I'm studying, I'm trying. Here was some attempts at drawing Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. I did make a nice painting of it eventually, but I did end up drawing it on different piece of paper. I'll insert it here. And so this is the sketch, and this was the finished painting. It's pretty cool. Here's some more anatomy. Ugh, same thing, like, I never get any better. Or what do you guys think? Do you think I get better with anatomy during the sketchbook? I'd love to know. Oh, here are some sketches for my green man and green lady that I painted on wood slices. I'll insert the picture here. I really like it. I got a lot of compliments on it, but it was kind of like a pain because there's so many details, so it hasn't sold yet. Here I have some more sketches of the wood slice painting of Othala. Othala is this rune in the middle that's on her neck right now. I'll insert the picture of the end result here. I really love how it turned out, and a very good friend of mine ended up buying it. And I think I have like a larger drawing of it. Yeah, here it is. And this is like the larger sketch, which I ended up transferring to the wood slice. So it's pretty cool. And here I had some more ideas for wood slices that I never really ended up executing, but it might be a good thing to keep in mind. Also another one for which has like hollies. Never ended up doing this one either, but it is pretty cool. Kind of looks like Raven from Teen Titans, but it's not. Here more Freya, because I can tell because of the cap on there. Here more Freya. Oh, they're so cool. Like, I'm seeing these now and I'm like, why didn't I just make them? But I guess I still can. I still have some wood slices laying around. And here you see the runes. Let me know if you're like Norse pagan, would you buy a portrait of Freya? Let me know. Here I had some idea for wood slice with like a vampire lady, kind of like in a classical portrait type of way, but then like her dress would be stained with blood and pretty creepy. Cute little elf girl, again, what's new? Little fawn. This was drawn on the 25th of November. I ended up making a wood slice of this one. I'll insert a picture here. I finally sold this one at Comic-Con this year to a lovely girl, so if you bought it, hi! I miss my little fawn, he was so cute. Here, another green man but with holly. I ended up doing some studies of bears. I'm doing an art trade with someone who wanted a bear-related wood slice, and I never drew a bear before, so I thought I would, you know, practice drawing bears. Ooh, here's a nice sketch. I'll just, well, okay, so I'll show you. If you're watching this, here's a sketch for your bear. Here are some, what do you call it, kokiris from Breath of the Wild. Also, obviously, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, they were also in, but these are from Breath of the Wild, and I really love their shapes, so I thought I would draw it a little bit to get my creative juices flowing. Here was the idea for a tattoo that I have. I did end up getting it, just not like with the twigs right here. And here is a drawing of my first ever Dungeons and Dragons character, Turid. She looks a little bit different than this now, but pretty much the gist of it. She's a druid, and she has a crocodile called Swallow. It's pretty funny. Here's some more of her. The same idea. Here another idea for a halfling ranger. Are my glasses in frame again? I'm sorry. Here's some poses with her, doing like fighting stuff. I attempted to draw a crocodile, but I ended up not doing it. Here are some more random elves. I like drawing elves, okay? Like, I know I want to work more in fantasy art related things, and just adding elf ears makes it instant fantasy, and that's just the way I roll. More random faces, hobbits, halflings. This one's kind of cross-eyed. Oh, this one's cool because I ended up turning this into a painting too. Like around this time I got really into Dungeons and Dragons, and I was very inspired by the nature goddess Alana, and I definitely wanted to make a character that was in service of her, but I also wanted to draw her as well. So around this time I was really sick, and I started to get better and kind of bored, and then I just like drew this up in my bed, and I loved it so much, and now it's this painting. I'll insert a picture here, and I love it, and I sell prints of it, so if you're interested, let me know. I think we're getting to the end now. Here is another one where I was just studying other artists. I was studying Alan Lee. I have a sketchbook of his, and I was just like drawing his drawings in my style. So I think this one turned out pretty cool. Very Instagram appropriate, I would say. Here I have some like elf designs, more Lord of the Rings related. I think this is like a dagger that belongs to my druid in Dungeons and Dragons. Pretty cool. Here's a nice little dwarf guy. Here I was practicing ears and noses, obviously, probably watching a YouTube video. This is already in January. Here trying to think of some outfits, random people. Here I was drawing faces that I saw in a book that I have of the Louvre in Paris, and also turning it into my own little thing. This one got a lot of likes on Instagram, so you guys must love it. And I think this is the last one here, like kind of Elrond-y type guy from Lord of the Rings in my own style. And here's some random elf lady not really doing anything. And that's it! So I hope you guys liked looking through the sketchbook. I hope it wasn't too long again. There's just a lot to talk about, so don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you have any video requests that are art related, I would love to know. So see you guys. Bye!